The infamous Taisei Corporation of Japan, which secured the contract to build Phase 3 of the Central Expressway, convening the accepted tender procedure, is now seeking compensation of 4 billion rupees from the government as a late fee for the Colombo Outer Circular Highway. This is a Newsfirst Exposé.
The section of the Colombo Outer Circular Highway from Kaduvela to Kadavata was built by the Taisei Corporation. There had been a 190-day delay by the Road Development Authority in taking over the road following the completion of construction. In this letter to the subject minister dated the 4th of June, the Taisei Corporation demands a payment of 4 billion rupees as the estimated prolongation cost. The letter has been signed by Hiroki Horikawa, chief representative for the Taisei Corporation in Sri Lanka. The letter also notes that the deputy team leader in charge of the project had rejected the whole claim for prolongation's cost made by the Taisei Corporation. The Taisei Corporation also issues a veiled warning in this letter that if the matter is not resolved, the next available step is to escalate the matter to the Dispute Adjudication Board and thereafter to arbitration, which will not only take time but will also burden the parties to incur substantial costs. Horikawa notes that as previously experienced in the Southern Transport Development Project, the impact of arbitration led to the government having to bear a cost of nearly 5 billion rupees. The letter reads, ultimately, the RDA paid very much more than the claim, the amount of which was colossal. Horikawa writes, quote, "We look forward to your kind intervention in this matter and bring about speedy resolution of the same for mutual benefit," unquote, adding that, quote, "We shall be free to come over at any time convenient to you for a discussion with your good self," unquote. The Taisei Corporation also expresses deep concern over the expiration of the JICA loan agreement on the 15th of July 2018, noting that if a resolution of this dispute can be arrived at in a timely manner, the said balance loan can be availed of and the matter could be settled for mutual benefit.
Now, on the matter of the Central Expressway, for Phase 3 to be precise, a so-called tender was called. Now, the RDA chairman, that's the Road Development Authority chairman, has written to the Japanese ambassador requesting for recommendations for 3 companies to serve as contractors and 3 other companies to serve as consultants. Now, 3 companies put forward their bids for the contracting part of the Central Expressway Phase 3. Now, they are Taisei, Penta Ocean, and Wakachiku. Now, Penta Ocean and the other company have no related experience on constructing highways and expressways. However, it was Taisei that possessed the relevant experience. And now that Taisei company only has put forward this letter, which we had just moments ago in the news bulletin. Now, when the Central Expressway tender was going on, for reasons best known to Taisei alone, they did not place a bid bond, which is a complete deviation from due process. Now, instead of cancelling that tender and going in for a fresh tender for this very purpose, what was done was that they called in another player into this tender process, which was put forward as a new one. But there seemed to be no difference. Now, who is this 4th player? This 4th player is called the Fujita Corporation. Now, when Fujita Corporation also came in, there were many lapses in the due process. There was deviation from due process, including that Fujita did not place a bid bond as well, but they put forward a separate bid for this, which was considered by many as an unsolicited bid. Now, that too is another deviation from process. Now, this is what happened to the Central Expressway, and thereafter we know about the cost of the Central Expressway, whereas the local engineers, the Sri Lankan engineers, highlighted that it takes only around 123 billion rupees or dollars to make this Central Expressway Phase 3. However, it was awarded to another company with a higher amount. And do not also forget that that very company, Taisei, had given an insurance premium of just over 10.04%, which amounts to almost 100 million US dollars. Now, look at this letter. This is a letter that they had sent to Sri Lanka that addressed to the minister a request for resettlement on outstanding issues. You can see that this letter, if you go through the contents of this letter, it appears that in normal terms, let's sort it out. We don't need to go for arbitration. Let's sort it out amongst ourselves. Now, that is what this letter is telling us or telling the minister regarding the construction of this project. They do not want to go for an arbitration and spend more money. They are requesting the minister, let's sort this out before any of us have to spend more money. Now, Taisei also has a very, very, very questionable track record. You might recall, just a few years ago, an incident took place in Japan where there was a sinkhole constructed that took place on this road, and this road was constructed by Taisei. Now, Taisei also, for the Central Expressway, did not place a bid bond. We must emphasize that this very company that is sending this letter did not place a bid bond for the construction. Like I said, Taisei has a very questionable track record. Instances of road cave-ins recorded in Japan, and they were even reprimanded by the Fair Trade Commission in Japan, which means they have a very, very questionable track record. Now, it is this very company that Minister Lakshman Kiriyalla has tried to award this contract, and also a proposal has been also put forward regarding this matter. Now, this letter also speaks of mutual benefits, but the question among everyone who goes through this letter is, who is going to enjoy the mutual benefits? And these mutual benefits, what are they? The people are watching closely at what transpires from this letter.